Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with Stefan, my fiance.
Hey everyone.
Yes, and we decided to do a live video for you just so that we can add value to you. So whatever questions you have, whether it is business, online business, personal, anything, we're here to support you. So while you guys are joining in, let me know where you're joining in from. Let me know your name. Let me know, how did you find this channel? I'm always curious about that.
And if you could also let us know if you can hear us and see us okay, that'd be great. Sometimes there are some technical difficulties, so we do want to make sure everything is actually working properly before we dive into today.
Yeah, and also feel free to, at this time, post any questions that you have. We'll be trying to answer as many questions as we can. So while people are joining in, Stefan, actually, I have an announcement for you guys. Stefan is actually partnering with Tony Robbins. And if you guys don't know who Tony Robbins is, we can't be friends. Tony Robbins has made such a huge impact in our lives. And I actually recently made a video about how Tony Robbins has impacted my life and what I've learned from him. And I'm going to be sharing that soon on this channel. But why don't you share a little bit about this partnership?
Yeah, so I'm really excited about this. As you can see, I've got this box here that I received from Tony Robbins, and he's someone that has been a huge role model in our life. He's really helped us with our mindset and helping us get to where we are today. And Tony Robbins, just so you guys know, he's been doing what he does for over 40 years and has really paved the way for the education industry, the self-education industry. And so Tony Robbins right now is launching his first product since 12 years. It's been 12 years since he's launched his last product, and he's launching a brand new one, and is focused on helping people to be able to make money. It's his first product that's actually geared towards that. And so I'm partnering up with Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, and Russell Brunson, and we're gonna make self-education the new norm. We're gonna help people take their knowledge and extract it and add value to the world through that, so they can make an impact and also make money in the process. And so I'm actually doing a live stream on April 23rd where I'm going to be unboxing this and sharing with you guys more information and details. I got a big announcement, and it's going to be one of the biggest launches probably ever online of any information product out there, any course out there. So for some of you that might be watching this right now, if you're a fan of Tony Robbins, I think you'll love this. If you're someone that is maybe looking for an alternative way to make money online or build a business, this could be great for you. If you're someone that wants to kind of do something similar to what Tatiana and I do, which is building a knowledge business by sharing knowledge online. That's essentially what we do, as well as selling on Amazon and everything else. We enjoy sharing the information and the knowledge and the things that have helped us in our lives. We put ourselves out there on YouTube. We create courses and training programs. We put on our own mastermind events and coach and help people to build their business. And that's because we've developed some knowledge and expertise and skills in this area, and we want to share it. And it's the most fulfilling thing that we do, more than anything else. It's really our mission and our passion, really. So I'm excited about it. I know you put a link in the description of this video, so if you guys want to join me on the live stream and learn more about this, I'll be unboxing again this box from Tony Robbins. Really excited about it. It's going to be the big launch is going to be announcing, I think, in the next 2 weeks or so. So I'll send you an email if you get on my email list to give you more information about it. But yeah, I'm really excited about it, especially when you have an opportunity to work with someone who's been your mentor throughout your life, and you get a chance to give back and partner to really change the world and make an even greater impact. So for some of you that maybe are looking for that alternative way to become a knowledge broker or to build a business by sharing your information and knowledge and help people in that way, join me on the live stream. The links are below for that. Or if you go to www.projectlifemastery.com/knowledgebusinesslive, that's the link there where I'll do the announcement and give you more information.
So proud of you. I'm excited. I'm really excited.
I've been working on this for the last 2 months, just so you guys know, ever since I got invited by Tony and his team to participate with this. And you can attest, I haven't had a day off in 2 months. Every single day. I've been this morning I was up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Just so you guys know, I've been working like nonstop.
This is a testament to when you're passionate about something, You're not being pushed to do it. You're being pulled. He's getting up at 2 a.m. with energy, with enthusiasm, because he's so excited to work on this project. He has so many ideas running through his mind. And so that's why we stress to you the importance of doing something that you're passionate about, because it's not going to feel like work. It's going to be so much easier. You're going to get up with a spring, and we live that, and we hope that you can live that as well. And really, the work we spend, something like 60,000, an enormous amount of time in our lifetime working. So we should really work towards making sure what we do on a regular basis is something we actually enjoy, because it's just going to enhance your overall quality of life.
Yeah, no, it's true. Definitely when you have a passion, that's the key, because at the end of the day, you can make all the money, you can create the freedom, but if you're not enjoying what you're doing, if you're not enjoying the process, then it's gonna be a lot harder to make it. So for us, it's always been the most important criteria, more than money, more than anything else, to actually enjoy it, to be excited about what we're doing. And whatever business model that is for you, that in my opinion is gonna make the biggest difference. And for everybody it's different. Everyone has a different passion, a different niche, a different strengths and weaknesses. And I think once you find out what that is, you're able to move so much faster. You can get to where you want to go so much faster. And the example that I often use is there's a fast lane and then there's a slow lane. A lot of people, they're driving in the slow lane and they're not able to kind of really put their foot on the accelerator to get to where they want to go faster. And it's because they don't really enjoy what they're doing. They're in a job or a career path or a business they're not passionate about. And when you don't have a passion for it, you're in the slow lane because you're looking for an exit. Right? That's when you're in the slow lane, you're looking for an exit. But when you're not looking for an exit because you love what you're doing and it's your mission and your purpose in life, then you can be in the fast lane and then you get to where you want to go so much faster.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, totally. And you know what, guys? What's sad is so many of us, we fall into this false belief that we can't make money doing what we're passionate about. We can't make money doing what we love. And we actually have a different mindset and a different belief, and we have references to support this. And that is, you can make money doing what you love. Yeah. You just have to get creative. You have to find people who are already doing that, who are already living that way, who have already had success doing that, and follow their path. And sometimes you do have to create your own path, but there's always a way, and you can scale almost any business. Just with creativity and with hard work. You need to put in the work. That's the thing. There's no shortcuts. Yeah. Regardless of what it is that you choose to do, you're always going to have to put in the work if you really want to get to that next level. Yeah,
I think one thing I also want to mention for you guys too is that I think a lot of people, they look at how to make money, okay? And that there's nothing wrong with that. You're watching this right now maybe because you're looking for ways that you can make money. Maybe you're not passionate about what you're doing right now. You're looking for a way to quit your job and pursue your passion and maybe have freedom, and the online world can provide that for you. But there's many different ways that you can make money. There's many different ways that you can build a business and have that freedom. And I think a lot of people, they look at Amazon or they look at publishing a book or selling information products, but they often don't really think about and look at what's like the passion that I have that I want to turn into a business.
Yes.
So I want to maybe have you guys think about things in a different way, where actually think about, okay, what's a passion, a hobby that you have right now, maybe an interest, maybe a genre or a niche or a topic that you have some excitement for, that maybe you already spend time in your everyday life right now doing. Maybe it's dancing, maybe it's a sport, maybe it's cooking, maybe it's sewing or gardening or business or marketing or self-development, maybe it's relationships. What's something right now in your life that you enjoy? It doesn't feel like work. It's effortless for you. And then think about how you can turn that into a business online. So, for me, I'm excited about self-development. It changed my life when I was 17 years old, and Tony Robbins changed my life when I was 17. And so when my life was impacted on that level at 17, all I really wanted to do when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life is I just wanted to be like Tony. I wanted to, if someone can make that impact in my life, I want to do the same thing. Like, he paved the way and was a role model similar to a kid growing up, and Michael Jordan or Wayne Gretzky is their role model they looked up to, and they want to be like them. And that's kind of what it was for me. And so, once I knew what the passion or the genre, the niche that I wanted to be in, Then I started to look at different ways I can make money from that. So I saw that I could create, content online. I can create courses and training programs. I could do coaching. You can sell physical products in the self-development niche as well, on Amazon or Shopify. You can publish books, right? All those different ways of monetizing, that's really what it is. You can plug those in to that niche and build a brand around it. And I believe right now, like, the world needs more leaders that are willing to step up and share their knowledge. Because I think that we all have knowledge, skills. You have things in your life right now that you know that other people want to know from you. They want to learn from you. There's challenges that you faced in your life that you've now overcome. And people would pay you for you to help them solve their problems, because that's what an entrepreneur does. We solve people's problems at a profit. And so people go to Google, they go to YouTube every day to find the solutions. They're looking for people that are willing to share their information and knowledge. And I think that when we have things that have helped us in our life and we gain information and knowledge, it's our duty, it's our moral obligation to share that. Not just to keep it to ourselves, but to share it. Sometimes people ask on YouTube, they're like, if you're so successful, why would you share this? Why wouldn't you just keep all your secrets to yourself? Mm-hmm. And it's because we don't have a scarcity mentality. We feel abundant about it, and we want to help other people. I think that all of us, if you're watching this, you want to help other people, don't you? I think everybody deep down inside, we want to make an impact. We want to contribute beyond ourselves, especially when you got out of scarcity in your life. You want to help other people. And I just think the world needs more people to share, to help other people, to share your knowledge with the world, and the world will be a much better place for it. And the opportunity is there. Just so you guys know, the knowledge business is a $129 billion per year industry. People spend $355 million every single day on self-education, and Forbes estimates that number is going to triple in the next 5 years. And so there's a huge opportunity for this, because people are realizing now they can self-educate through the internet instead of going to universities and colleges. So it's really shifting the world in a lot of different ways. But just wanted to mention that. And again, I'll ramble more. I know you guys want to listen to Tatiana. It's her channel. But I'll ramble more on the live stream. The link's below for you guys.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that, because I get asked so often on this channel, like, Tatiana, I've looked through your videos, I've looked through all your channel, your bio, like, what's in it for you? Why did you start this channel? I'm trying to find what the catch is. And it's so funny, every time I get asked that question, I kind of just chuckle, because we're kind of like pessimists in a way. We're looking for, okay, what is the catch?
It's like, too good to be
what
true,
is she trying to sell me? Like, what's in it for her? And it's good to have, like, to be aware of these things, so you don't, get caught in life with, being in the wrong circumstances, but at the same time, be open to the possibility that people really genuinely want to give and contribute. Because like Stefan mentioned, one of our top needs as human beings is to contribute beyond ourselves, is to give without any expectation of receiving anything back. And so for me with this channel, the first reason why I started this channel was because we did a video that went viral two years ago. Mm-hmm. 2 years ago, and I got so many questions about online business since that video, and I just could not answer everyone. And because I couldn't answer everyone on an individual basis, I thought to myself, okay, how can I answer people and make more of an impact? Rather than answering each person individually, maybe I can create a video about the most common questions I get asked and have thousands of people benefit from the answer. And that's where YouTube came up. So I had the Lux Curves YouTube channel, but then I decided, I can't be really talking about business on that channel. It's not really relevant. I'll start a new YouTube channel. And so that's how the Lux Biz channel came about. And as I started to, start creating videos about business, I really enjoy it. I really enjoy talking about business because it's something I do every single day. Like, if you were to ask me, do I prefer filming videos for Lux Biz or Lux Curves more? I'll tell you, not Lux Biz, it's Tatiana James now, but I prefer this channel because I love talking about business. Every single day I'm in it. I make struggles, I make mistakes, and I love to share that because I know that, we're all looking to live a better lifestyle and to have this opportunity of creating an online business where you can now live a mobile laptop lifestyle if you choose is just such a blessing. And like Stefan said, I feel like it's my duty, because I've benefited so much from this, to share this with others, to at least present this possibility to you. Because if maybe you didn't ever know about this if I never created a video about it. Maybe the first time you ever heard about an Amazon FBA business is through my video. Maybe not, but maybe. And so I feel like it's important that at least I can present the opportunity to you. It's not a right fit for everyone. You know, you have to really take it into your own consideration. You know you best, and decide, okay, what is the best fit for me? What am I passionate about? Is the laptop lifestyle something I really want? Is it going to fit with my needs, or is it not? But at least giving you the options. So as you can see, we're both like super passionate about this, and it's just really exciting. So let's jump into the comments, because I know we asked you guys some questions and we never got back to you. So I'm gonna say some hi to some people. We've got Larissa. Oh, and you've got your notifications turned on. Thank you. If you guys don't have your notifications turned on, please do turn them on. You can just do that by hitting the bell symbol that's near the subscribe button. And basically what that does is that whenever I do go live, you'll get a little notification on your phone so that you don't miss it. Okay, who else do we have? We've got Simon from the UK, hello. Maricela, hello. We've got someone from Canada. We've got Annabelle from Chicago. Ajla from the US. We've got Bianca from Brazil. Kimberly from Puerto Rico. Alvin from Florida. Awesome. Well, hi guys, thank you for joining us. Okay, so we're gonna dive into some of your questions now. So the first question, and remember guys, it doesn't just have to be about business. You know, you got Stefan here who's a master at emotions, psychology, all of that stuff, so we can answer a variety of different questions. Okay, so hello from Turkey. I'm 22. I'm a drop shipper, but I want to do FBA. But in FBA, there is capital risk. What do you think about drop shipping model? Well, I personally think that the drop shipping model is a great model. It's different than FBA, obviously. I think the capacity to scale with an Amazon FBA business through building your own brand is greater, and it's more sustainable. But drop shipping, like you mentioned, is lower risk. You don't necessarily have to buy a bunch of inventory ahead of time. You can. There's something called online arbitrage that you can also partake in. And so your initial investment is far less. But in terms of creating a real brand, it's not necessarily the best way to do it. I think the best way is through creating your own product, your own private label product. But it is a great place to start, because it's going to teach you learning about online business. It's going to get you accustomed to Amazon or whatever platform you're drop shipping on, and learning about importing, exporting, sales, all of that stuff. So it definitely could be a great place to start.
Yeah, you know, and I've done drop shipping. I've done almost everything out there, you know, and I think sometimes you have to try different things to really find out what's the right business for you. And I think, you know, ultimately when you do go through and try different things, whether it's drop shipping or affiliate marketing or publishing books on Amazon, understand the process of that, of what you learn is the most valuable thing. Because what you learn, nobody can take away. The knowledge that you gain, the skills, the experience that you acquire is the most valuable thing in this process, because that is what's going to allow you to make $100K a year, $1 million per year, and even more than that. So when I first started learning how to make money online and build a business, I was in my early 20s. I was struggling in my life. I was living on my friend's couch. I had tried for 3 years trying to figure out how to make money online. I was just dabbling. I was trying to figure it out on my own. I was lazy. I had a lot of, you know, internal barriers that sometimes, you know, we have, where I was procrastinating a lot. I had a lot of fear, had a lot of doubt. I was too stubborn to invest in myself and get the right training, the right education. So it took me a long time, and a lot of the ways that I initially tried to make money from, what happened was they weren't really sustainable. You know, I'd make some money a little bit for like a month or 2 or 3 months, and then it'd go down. And that's one thing you gotta look out for, is that there's a lot of people out there that will share with you how to make money, but you gotta really look at, is this gonna be a sustainable business? Is this something that you can actually quit your job and depend on? Because a lot of the different ways you can make money, it might only last for a month or 2 months or 3 months, but that, you know, why go through that and learn that if it's not going to be enough for you to actually create the freedom and the lifestyle that you want, because that's what you're doing it for. You're doing it to create that freedom and that lifestyle. So drop shipping can be a good starting point, but long term, like a lot of drop shippers, they teach you how to just set up a store and then run Facebook ads to it. But it's not a sustainable model doing it that way, because ad spends on Facebook goes up, and it's just a lot harder to do that long term. So I don't believe in it long term. I think there's a lot better ways to build a business. If you're looking for ways without the capital, then do affiliate marketing, publish books on Amazon so you can learn how Amazon works, and you can hire ghostwriters to publish, write the books for you. There's a lot of other ways you can do it, but just understand the skills and the knowledge. That's the most important thing. And for me, the 3 years that I spent struggling, that benefited me when I did start to succeed. It still benefited me today because of what I learned through that process. So just keep that in mind when you're going through your journey and learning.
Yeah, I have a video that I recorded that should be released in the next couple weeks on this channel, and the title is something like what I would do if I went broke. And essentially I'm sharing with you what I personally would do. And one of the things I mentioned is that even if I lost all of my assets in my business, all of the money in my bank account, I wouldn't have actually lost my greatest asset, which is the knowledge that I've acquired in order to build up this business. In order to earn $1 million, you have to grow. You have to learn so much. You have to develop yourself, become a wiser person. I've been through so much when it comes to just learning how to do business. Like going from not knowing anything about business, not even owning a computer, to creating an online business, having employees, managing inventory, taxes, all of these things. I had nobody to teach me. I mean, I took a course, but really you have to learn a lot on your own. And so that growth is the biggest asset I have, because now I know if I go broke, if I lose everything, I can build it back up again, and I'll probably build it up a lot faster and without making as many mistakes as I did last time, because now I can learn from them.
Yeah, and understand the best way to learn too is by doing.
Yeah.
Right? Not just watching videos. Don't get caught up in just watching video after video after video, because you could watch all the videos you want about how to play basketball, but you're going to learn so much more and faster by actually getting on the court and bouncing the ball and shooting the ball. That's how you learn. You learn by doing and actually applying what you're learning.
But actually, it's kind of side topic. Speaking of basketball, there's studies done. So talking about visualization, I hope that you guys are visualizing, and I hope that you guys actually take that seriously about actually taking some time, 30 seconds in your day, to visualize. Visualize the things that you want in your life, the things that you want in your future, because there's science behind it. It's not just wishy-washy stuff. There is science behind visualization. And they've done studies where they took people who've never played basketball before, and they took one group where they actually practiced every single day shooting hoops, and the other group where they visualized shooting hoops, and they found that both groups improved the same. So I don't know the total facts, but that's kind of how it went, and it was just amazing. And so they've done lots of studies like that. So if you can actually visualize on a daily basis where you want to go, then you give your subconscious something to work towards. Because if your subconscious has nothing to work towards, everything in life just happens, right? But you know what, one of the most amazing things I learned was that I can create my future. Before I knew anything about online business and anything about self-development, I just never really thought about, okay, what do I want in my life? Like, how do I see my future? I never thought of that stuff because I thought life just happens. Life doesn't just happen. You can create the life that you want. You have the capacity to do that, but you have to have the belief, you have to have the consistency, and you have to put in the work.
All right, so that's one question. I know there's probably like 20 more questions that got asked while we were answering that one.
Sorry, take a long time to answer one question.
So one person said, I tried to buy the Morning Ritual course. So I think you're referring to the course that I have called Morning Ritual Mastery. But you said ClickBank does not allow cards from Nigeria, but Amazon does. So can you list it on Amazon, please? I think you're referring to my course. I think that's the one that you shared with your audience. So I'd recommend just contact my team. So when you go to morningritualmastery.com, to that website, there's an email address that you can reach out to us, and my team can help you get signed up in a different way.
Awesome. So we've got some Fedna from Texas, Ahmed from Morocco, Omar, thanks guys for all your videos. You're such an inspiration for young freedom makers. Go get it. Thank you. So Melissa says, I want to learn how to do this, but don't know where to or how to start. Any help? So hopefully, you're subscribed to this channel, and on this channel, I try to provide as much information as I can about this business. Like I think we mentioned earlier, there are different online business models. You kind of have to figure out which one will work best for you, given your current circumstances, your financials, how much time you can dedicate to it. So there isn't just one path. There are multiple ways of making money online, which can then provide for creating the lifestyle that you want. The main thing that I talk about on this channel is Amazon FBA. So this is a private label business. How to get started, if you're looking at us, we got started taking a course, and I try and say as much as possible that the best way to get started is by taking a course, because you're gonna be learning from someone who has already had the success, who has made the mistakes, made the failures, and they're now sharing with you all of this so that you don't have to go through all that. So definitely take a reputable course from people who actually have the success that you want, not just people who made $50,000 and now they're Amazon gurus, because I'm seeing that so often on YouTube. Like, I see so many advertisements from people who are just not actually in this business, and now they're teaching this business, and it's just not fair for the public who doesn't know better. But yes, start with a course. There's a link in the description box for 2 courses that we recommend. The number 1 course is the Amazing Selling Machine course, which is the course that we both enrolled in to get started in this business. It is a high ticket course. It's not the cheapest course out there. So if it's not something that is affordable to you, we do recommend an alternative course, which is about 1/5 the price. And that's kind of like the second runner-up. So we've been through a lot of different Amazon training programs, and out of all of them, we've vetted these ones to be our top 2 recommendations. So that one's called MPSH, and that's also going to be in the link in the description.
Yeah, one thing I'll mention too is that you don't want a cheap course.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, they're trying to find something that's cheap. But really, I want you to understand the reason why you're buying a course or investing your money to learn this business is because you want results. And at the end of the day, that's what you're investing in. So you could buy a course that's cheap and the information is just not going to be good. It's not going to be updated. It's not going to help you get those results. So for me personally, I'd much rather invest more money for the results, because what you got to look at when you invest in a course or any information is the return on investment that you're going to get. Don't just look at the cost. Look at the return that you're going to get on it, because many things that I've bought that were $1,000 courses, $5,000 courses, I've invested tens of thousands of dollars in masterminds and coaching. And you might think that that sounds crazy. You might not be used to that, but it's because of that investment, $1,000 investment, a $5,000 investment, a $10,000 investment. That investment has then made me millions of dollars. So when you actually think about it that way, the return on it, it just makes sense in that way. So for me, I don't care what the cost is. I care about the results it'll produce. So I think a lot of people, they go to Google and they're like, what's a course for $100? Well,
yeah, it's not going to be high quality.
Yeah,
because think about
don't
it,
even bother with that then, because it's not. They can't create something quality enough for $100.
Yeah, I agree. And when people ask me, when I started, I was a broke college student. That's how I label myself, because I really was. But we invested in the Amazing Selling Machine, which is a high ticket course. And that was a great investment, because look how much it's made me now. When you go in it with the attitude of, I'm going to make this happen no matter what, there are no excuses, I'm not going to give up, I'm going to make shit happen, then yes, you will succeed. And yes, it will be a great investment. So it's made me, millions of dollars at this point, just from taking the course. So yes, the $5,000 was a good investment.
So someone asked, are you going to be at SellerCon? Yes, we will. Yeah, I'm actually speaking at SellerCon. It's going to be our fourth time, I think, fourth or fifth time going to this event now. So it's going to be great. If you're there, we'd love to meet you. If you already signed up, I'm not sure if you send. If you're on Tatiana's email list too, she sends out all this information as well. So make sure you subscribe to her list. But we're gonna do a meetup there too. So for those that are kind of part of our community, we're gonna do like a special exclusive meetup. I'd suggest to get on Tatiana's email list with the link below, and like put in your name and email, and then just like email her, like respond
Yeah.
back to her email and ask for information on that. And then that way, because we're not like inviting everybody to this meetup, it's just going to be a small group of people that, yeah, we just want to interact with our fans and followers and meet you guys. So yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
We're also doing a lot of interviews there too, interviewing a lot of speakers and Amazon sellers that we can share with you guys on
Sarah
our YouTube
Blakely
channels.
is going to be there, who I'm a fangirl, so I hope to interview her, but I would be very, very nervous interviewing a billionaire. But I think it would be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, hi Stefan and Tatiana. Is there any way I can add video to the listing on Amazon? So this is something that Amazon will offer you. You can't actually, you just have to be chosen by Amazon. So they will give that privilege to select listings, not so much to new sellers, more to more intermediate sellers. And you'll know because that feature will all of a sudden become available in your Amazon Seller Central.
So here's a question from Lisa Jones. How do we manage ASM while juggling our careers? My problem is time management. Lisa, I'd actually challenge you a little bit on that. The problem is priority management, not time management. See, whatever you make a priority in your life, you'll find a way to put the time, the energy, the money into. And we all have the same amount of time, but it's what we prioritize. So right now, you're prioritizing your time a certain way. You got 24 hours in a day, you're prioritizing your career, maybe you have your family, your kids, your relationship, your health, hobbies, interests, having fun with your friends, movies, entertainment, going for dinners. Those are things that a lot of people, they prioritize more than their business. But here's the thing, your business is what's gonna get you to the promised land. Your business is what's gonna allow you to live this lifestyle where you're gonna have all the time that you want to spend time with friends, to have fun, to travel, whatever it is. So you gotta make it a priority. In many ways, you might have to make it a higher priority than your actual job, okay? Like a lot of people that I work with, they go to work at like 9 a.m. in the morning, 9 to 5. Well, they wake up at like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, and they're working on their business because they have the most energy in the morning. They want to prioritize that before they even go to their job, or right when they come home from work, they're prioritizing to immediately start working on their business. They just make it a must. And whatever you make a must, you commit to, you'll find a way to make happen. So if you're too tired in the evening time to work on your business and work on ASM, then do it in the morning before you go to your job. But it's about making it a priority and understanding that that's what's going to get you to where you want to go long term. And the little sacrifices that you make, giving up the short-term gratification, it's tough in the moment, but it's going to be worth it long term. You just got to remind yourself that it's going to be worth it. Don't be afraid to make sacrifices. Sacrifice today for tomorrow's betterment.
Yeah, and you know what? I didn't make too many sacrifices as young as I was when I first started, but all my friends were out partying and going out on the weekends, and after their work shift they would sit together and eat food at the bar, and I just knew that I'm really planning for my future, and so I made those sacrifices as well, and I really had to save money too to afford my business. And so you always find a way. If you're committed enough, you'll find the way. And like Stefan said, it's all about making those priorities.
Yeah, even right now we're sacrificing, to be honest.
Yeah.
We're living well below our means because we have a vision for the next few years of our life that we want to actualize and create. And so, as I mentioned, I haven't had a day off in 2 months. I'm sacrificing a lot right now because I believe in what I'm doing and I know where it's going to take me. So I'm willing to go through that process right now. Not everybody is, but if you are willing to pay the price, then you're going to get to where you want to go faster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, even us living in Panama, we're saving a ton of money being here because we're traveling all over the world, and we're just saving a lot of money being here, saving on taxes, because we know that eventually we want to live in California, and California.
Yeah. And we know the decisions we make now, the last few years, is going to allow us, that you guys will see in the next year, 2, 3 years, another level for us. So sometimes you got to take a step back to take 5 steps forward.
And the funny thing is, when we have our big house and all of our stuff, everyone's going to be like, oh, all of a sudden they just, achieved all this and happened overnight. It's no, you guys don't see all the work and all the sacrifices that we put. So Sonia says, is it best as a new seller to sell on Amazon Canada versus US? Canada might be less completion, but US has more buyers. Thanks. You guys are great. Thank you. So definitely you want to sell on Amazon US. I can even tell you personally, I barely make sales on Amazon.ca. It's just not a huge marketplace. It's not that complicated for you as a Canadian to sell in the US marketplace, especially since it's considered North America. So if you register for Amazon.ca, you have access to Amazon US and in Mexico. So definitely go for the US marketplace. It's the biggest one that exists. You speak the same language. There's few barriers of entry. It's very simple to set up, and your sales are just going to be exponentially larger.
Yeah. Brandon submitted a question. Will you be making a 2019 FBA starting? I'm not sure what you actually mean by that, Brandon, but your question came up in blue because you donated $1.99 for it. I didn't even know you could do that, but if you could provide more clarification, I'd love to answer that for you.
I think it's like how to get started with Amazon FBA in 2019.
Like maybe a video on it, like how to get started.
I did make a video on that.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same as it was in 2018 and 2017.
It's
Not
kind
that
of the same,
much
yeah.
has changed. Of course, Amazon updates their policies and changes their policies. But the cool thing is, it's just like, when I first started with my first product, I learned the process of sourcing a product, of private labeling, of manufacturing, of listing on Amazon, of selling. The process remains the same. It's only like the minor details that change through Amazon's policies. But other than that, over the last 4 years, not too much has changed. The process remains the same. So you learn it once, and then you do it again with your second product, your third product, and it gets better and better each time.
Yeah. So here's a great question from Larissa. She says, how do I deal with burnout from dragging myself out of depression? I fight the negative thoughts with positive thoughts every day, but it's all about starting new healthy thinking habits. And it's tiring. Well, Larissa, the reason why it's tiring is because it's a battle that you can't win. And when you resist it, when you try to resist negative thoughts, whatever you resist persists. So here's what all of you gotta understand is that your mind is not designed to make you happy. Okay? Your mind is just doing its job. Your mind is not designed to make you happy or successful. Your mind's purpose is to keep you safe and protect you. Your mind is a survival mechanism that is always looking out for negative things that are threats to protect you and keep you safe. And that's a good thing, because that's what's kept us alive throughout thousands of years and today as well. So understand that your mind is just doing its job. Your mind is like a sentry on a ship, okay? It's gonna look out for things and be like, hey, look out for this, look out for that, or it's gonna think about the worst case scenarios or whatever it is as a way to protect you. But you gotta understand is that you are not the sentry of a ship, you are the captain of the ship, okay? And you don't need to believe these thoughts that you have, because these thoughts are not even your thoughts. They're not unique or original thoughts at all. And so what you have to learn how to do is to not attach yourself to your thoughts. You need to learn how to observe your thoughts. This is a whole process. Horrible, I can't do this, I can't do that. You can't attach yourself to them, and you understand that those thoughts pass. Okay, they pass, they go away, but you can't believe those thoughts and try to fight it or resist it, because otherwise it's going to get I think it's more important than ever today because of technology and the world that we live in with so many things competing for our attention that it's insane. I don't know how people don't meditate every day, but when you learn to calm the mind, because otherwise you have an overactive mind. That's why you have a lot of these negative thoughts. You clear the day, calm the mind, don't attach yourself to them, and just refocus and redirect yourself on something positive. You got to be careful listening to your mind and your thoughts too much. Your thoughts and your mind has changed our lives in so many ways, because we all have negative thoughts too, but I just let them pass and they go away, and I don't attach anything to them whatsoever, and I choose the thoughts that again will empower me instead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. And one thing that was a breakthrough for me is really realizing that I really not noticing the beauty, because when you notice the inches, knowing that there's like a whole world underneath the ocean that we don't see, like how magnificent is that? And so just realizing how much beauty, because if you're too focused on the past, you're never going to really appreciate the present moment. If you're too focused on the future, you're also not going to appreciate the present moment. It's only when you're in the present moment where you can really feel fully at peace and you can notice the beauty in life. And when you really notice the beauty, you see life in a different way. And you don't take things for granted, and you appreciate every moment of every day and every person, every individual. You don't have any, how do I say this? Like, I don't not like anyone. I can learn from every situation, from each person. And so you just kind of view life in a different way. All right.
So we are lagging a little bit. Unfortunately, sometimes that happens with a live stream. So this will be on YouTube afterwards, the recording for you guys. But sometimes changing the resolution, if you're watching this in high def and you lower the resolution of the video, it can stream a lot easier for you guys.
So I think, are we coming up at an hour?
Yeah, so maybe just a few more.
We'll just answer a few more questions and we're going to wrap this up. We're actually going to go live on his channel next. So we're kind of at a race because we don't want the sun to be going down when we do our live stream. We need the light.
Yeah.
So we'll answer a few more questions for you guys.
And that's that. Would you recommend to stick with one product once it's making money or move on to another product right away?
So I would recommend that you need to fully optimize the product that you have. Too often I see people, they start a product and they get like aimed to fully optimize it so you know that it's at its peak and it's making the most it can, and then move on to your next product. So if you haven't fully optimized it yet, you know that your listing could improve, you haven't mastered the advertising, you haven't done everything you totally could have done, you haven't created a brand, then don't move on yet. I think that you should really, are we okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, optimize on the product first.
Yeah. Okay. Just want to see if there's anything that we can answer that would help maybe the majority of people here. Because I know some are very specific, but we like to answer questions that can benefit everyone as much as possible. Let's see. Is it getting more difficult to sell compared to when you first started? I think it's, I mean, in some ways, yes, other ways, no. Like it kind of evens itself out because there's more potential than it's ever been. There's more customers on Amazon. Amazon is growing so much faster, and there's more ways you can market and build your brand. Like way more technology, all of that. Like when I started online before even like Amazon was a big thing, it was so much harder because you had to like learn how to code a website from like HTML. It cost like $10,000, maybe less competition, but it's harder in a lot of ways too. So at the end of the day, I don't think it's harder. Or, you know, if we started, or other people that you might know that are successful years ago, if we started 20 years from now, my point is it doesn't matter when you start. It's the mentality and the strategies, focus on what you can control. You are the one that ultimately is going to make you successful.
And there are so many tools available now. A lot of them are mentioned in my description that make your life easier as a seller.
I think we're lagging quite a bit. Okay. So you want to wrap up maybe?
Yeah. So Laya says, Tatiana, are you still doing mentoring coaching to people who chose the ASM course through you? Yes, I'm still offering all of my bonuses. If you go to luxcurves.com/ASM bonuses, you'll see all of the bonuses I offer, which include coaching. If you did sign up for ASM recently, you just have to email me your receipt and then I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But I'm doing the email coaching right now. I know for a fact that around 6 months from now, I'm no longer going to offer that due to just time constraints and just having other priorities. And so that's something that's only going to be offered maybe for the next few months for people who do register for ASM. After that, it's going to be more like group coaching that I'm going to be doing. Tatiana suggests to stick with informational aspect rather than beautification photos on Instagram. Reason we follow you because of it. Well, with all due respect, I don't care about what you want me to post on Instagram. That's my personal page. Just as much as I respect my intellect and the business side of me, I have another side of me. I love the femininity. I love modeling and posing. I love just being who I am, regardless of what you guys are expecting from me. I don't care, and with all due respect again, because I'm just being myself. And I think that when you are accepting of yourself, of all aspects of yourself, and you're not trying to please this group of people and this group of people and try and hold up this image, you feel at peace. I don't have any internal conflict because I am who I am, regardless of what other people perceive of me. And ultimately, that's something that I think a lot of us have to learn, is to not worry about the opinion of others. The only opinion I care about is my own opinion. And I love myself enough to embrace all sides of me.
Yeah, you know, that's kind of have people hate us for who we are than love us for something that we're not. See, we do what we do, and not for money or anything. We do it to help people. Then we're not true to ourselves. We're not on a persona or post pictures or kind of plenty of people out there that can give you the exact same information. Our authenticity and all of that. That's really what it is. Otherwise, you can just go to Google and type in, searches and find blog posts, but there's not going to be a face behind it, a personality, and someone that you can relate to and connect with. And so we're not for everybody, and that's okay. You shouldn't try to make everyone happy. The great thing with the internet is that, you have the option and choice to follow people that you do connect with or unfollow people that you don't connect with. And that's great. There's like a niche, there's a personality for everybody, which is the great thing about it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, if you only like me for my Amazon FBA information, then that's fine. You can just follow my YouTube channel, which is primarily that. You don't have to follow me on Instagram. On Instagram, I choose to express all sides of me, and I'm not going to change for the opinion of one person. And I actually know for a fact that a lot of the ladies who follow me appreciate that part of me, because in society today, being a businesswoman is all about being in your masculine, and being yourself is what people really appreciate.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're going to wrap up.
Cool.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Head over to Project Like Mastery, because we're going to be starting our live stream there. All the links of the stuff that we talked about is in the description. So I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.